The Paralympics may be starting next week, but the Olympic truce is over for French politics. 7 weeks after inconclusive snap elections, Emmanuel Macron is receiving delegations from the major political groups this Friday and Monday. He says that he expects to name a prime minister soon after. As a reminder, no group won a majority in the snap parliamentary elections, though the left-wing New Popular Front did score the most seats. They and their prime minister pick, Lucie Castet, are kicking off the meetings this morning. Well, let's check in with our reporter, Antonia Kerrigan, who's following those talks for us from the Élysée Palace. Antonia, walk us through how these talks are unfolding.
Well, what we know is representatives of the New Popular Front are in there right now. We know that the president is receiving representatives from the centrist bloc at 1 o'clock and the Republicans at 3:30. We know that the president has said he wants a broad and stable majority. That's one that can't be immediately overthrown by a no confidence vote. So he'll be asking them today, what are you prepared to do? Who are you prepared to work with? Who are you not prepared to work with? And if you're not in government, are there specific laws where you would be prepared to support and give a majority to a different government? Talks continue, as you say, until Monday when he receives representatives of the National Rally. And the Élysée says we won't have a name before then. Of course, as you say, with the Paralympic Games kicking off next Wednesday, it is unclear what the timeline will be for an announcement, even less a change of government.
And the one name that's been on the table is Lucie Castet, put forward by the left. Are there any other names kind of floating around? And what are Emmanuel Macron's potential options here?
Well, so Lucie Castet, as you say, she was the big new name on everyone's lips this summer. She's a senior civil servant and has built a reputation as a staunch defender of public services. She has ended up being quite a unifying choice for a lot of the left-wing coalition. However, the biggest party within the NFP remains the France Unbowed party. That's Jean-Luc Mélenchon's party, and for many in the centre, on the right and on the far right, any government with a single France Unbowed minister, that's a red line. That's something they would immediately look to overthrow. So there are a few things that could happen. One hypothesis is that some of the socialists, who are, of course, on the right flank of the left-wing alliance, may break ranks. One name that's been thrown around is Karim Bouamrane, who could be a socialist prime minister, not commanding the NFP parliamentary group. Also, there is discussion of the Republicans taking a pivotal role. They have only 63 seats, but the name Xavier Bertrand has been thrown around. That's a former minister under President Sarkozy from the Republican Party. The idea being that they could build a broad coalition of the right, the centre, and I think they would be hoping as well to nibble a little bit into the left. And if they don't go into government, they could also offer support on a specific selection of laws. So the largest group in Parliament may not end up being the one governing. One of the smaller parties might, but there's a lot to play for. It's a lot of horse trading that could happen on laws, on prime ministerial picks, on ministers. We'll have to wait and see.